I'd like to share with you how I mastered the law of attraction to make more than $10,000 a month in profit consistently at only 22 years old. Everything you experience in your reality first begins in your mind. A couple years back, I was a shy, broke, anxious kid. I only had $400 in my bank account. I grew up in a low middle class family in a small shitty town, less than 10,000 people, and the only thing I had around me were old people and just crime. Like, what a great life. I had no prospects for the future. I really had no opportunities in the real world. And I saw how hard my parents worked. My father was a nurse and my mother a nursing assistant. And especially her, she was doing a very dangerous night job. She had to take care of these violent patients, drug dealers that got into fights with gangs. People who literally assaulted others with fucking knives. She was dealing with these very violent immigrants, so it wasn't an easy job at all. And all of that for what? To be underpaid and undervalued. To be treated like shit at work, like you're some pawn on a chessboard, like your life is literally meaningless and you can be replaced overnight by someone else. You're disposable. And when it comes to my father, he hated his job. Every day I saw the look on his face. Oh my god. So he fell for many vices like alcoholism. We got into so many heated physical arguments. Like honestly, I did not have a childhood. I had to grow up very fast in life. And one thing I always realized ever since I was a kid is most of our problems, they come from the fact that we're fucking broke. Because if we were rich, my mom wouldn't have to work such a fucking dangerous job. My dad wouldn't have to be so fucking depressed. He could open up his yoga retreat like he always dreamed of doing. He could raise goats and make some cheese like he always wanted to. He wouldn't have to go and work a bullshit 9-to-5 job and be treated like shit. We could have had an awesome life. We could have traveled the world. We never fucking did. I remember the first day I walked in my new middle school. A couple of weeks before that, we were just going outside with my parents to buy some furniture for school, and out of nowhere, my dad just sees a dollar bill on the floor. Now I live in Europe, so it was in euros, it was a 50 euro bill. So in dollars, it's around $50 to $60, depending on the exchange rate. And so we used that money to buy a new bag for myself for school. And I was so fucking proud of it, I loved it. And then the first day I walk in that school, guess what happens? All the kids make fun of me because of my bag. Because I didn't have an expensive Eastpak or whatever the brand was. Like, people were so fucking superficial, it was insane. So they made fun of me because I was broke. They made fun of me for other reasons. When I could see these rich kids, getting dropped off to school in brand new Porsches, brand new Mercedes, and during the summer, I'd be stuck in my tiny room all day long with nothing to do, like just the boredom and hearing my parents argue and complain about the price of things, having to worry about paying medical bills or repairing the car, while I'd see these kids posting pictures of themselves on vacations or being driven in the latest Porsches and whatever, and I thought to myself, fuck, they were having an awesome life and we weren't. Why didn't we deserve that too? Why did they somehow deserve more than me? What did I do to live this shitty life? And I was jealous of them, to be honest with you. I was fucking jealous of their lifestyle. I was jealous of them not having to worry about money, whereas we did all the time. My younger sister and I were told so many times we couldn't afford this or that because it was too expensive, even though objectively speaking it wasn't. Just imagine growing up every single day over dinner. Your parents are literally talking about how everything is so goddamn expensive and the price of tomatoes is so expensive, and one store sells the fucking bread for 10 cents more and it's horrible, it's a nightmare. That's the kind of environment you grew up in. What kind of future are you supposed to have when you grow up in this kind of environment? So I wanted so much more. The funny thing is, I could have gone down two different paths. I could have chosen to be a fucking victim like 99% of people and think, oh, just because I never had anything before, then I can't have anything in the future. I've always been broke, therefore I will always be broke. Kind of like the mindset that my father had. Or I could just go down a completely different path. Which, thank God, that's what I did. It made me fucking angry. It made me fucking bitter. I was so fucking angry at the world. I wanted so much more. And online I'd see these videos of people saying, you just have to visualize abundance and you're gonna attract more abundance. And I was like, fuck you. It's not that easy. You can't just visualize a Ferrari and I'm gonna have it. And I tried, all these visualization techniques for so damn long. And they didn't really help, to be honest with you. But I came to realize everything started in my mind. If I wanted to be rich, coming from this shitty low middle class background, it wasn't just gonna happen on its own, I wasn't gonna become a multimillionaire one day, for no reason. I wasn't gonna wake up and all of a sudden I've got $1 million in my bank. Obviously not. It would have been too good to be true and too fucking easy. So I knew that first of all, I had to take responsibility for my life. My dad was the exact example of what you shouldn't do if you want to succeed in life. He was an alcoholic, he treated me like shit, we had so many arguments, verbal and physical. He hated his job, he was depressed beyond reason, so while I wasn't surrounded by successful high achievers, I knew exactly what not to do to succeed. So I thought, hey, if I do the opposite, then surely I have a high chance of success, right? And guess what? I was right. Seeing how my father hated his job, how he treated me, how life was horrible for us, it gave me the drive I needed to work my fucking face off to make my dreams come true. And I saw what the victim mindset did to him. I'm sure you've known people like that. They love to hate everything. They love to play the fucking victim. They love to get other people's sympathy. They only hang out with losers. People like them, they never break the fucking cycle. But if you're like me, you know you're gonna be the first millionaire in your family. You know you owe it to your family to do better, and you owe it to yourself first of all. Because you want a better life. Because you realize life is finite. At some point, the clock will stop ticking. It's time's up. It's over. You've got no more time now. You've got to go back to where you came from. But while you're alive, why wouldn't you want to live this awesome fucking life? Why would you just conform to what society wants you to be? Why would you listen to your broke daddy and mommy who tell you go to school and get $100,000 in debt so you can maybe become a lawyer or a doctor, and then after decades of work, yeah, you might make 6 figures a year if you're in the US or in Canada, but hey, by the way, you're gonna have to repay your massive student loan and you're gonna pay a shit ton of taxes, so really, you're gonna work 80 hours a week. That's what they don't fucking tell you. That's not a life. The only time you should go to university is if genuinely you want to be a lawyer, a doctor, an accountant, and you need a degree. If it's your dream, then do it. But if you just care about making money, you want to break free from what people call the matrix, you want to make fuck you money, quit your job, be your own boss instead of having to listen to daddy boss, be a fucking slut for him, then you need to start an online business. If you want to learn from me, if you want me to show you step by step how I've made thousands of dollars per day in profit, selling online courses, which are extremely high profit, it's literally the best business model ever. Check out the link in the description below and apply to book a free one-to-one consultation call with me. If we're a good fit, you'll get the chance to join my premium mentorship program. Now this is application only. I'm very selective of who I want to work with. And I'm not gonna do this forever. So when you're done watching this video, apply to work with me by clicking on the link in the description below. I read so many books on the law of attraction. In 2021, I even started a law of attraction YouTube channel because I loved the topic so much. Now, I was never a woo-woo person. I never believed in just you visualize something and it's gonna appear. It's not that simple. But I believed in visualizing things or thinking a certain way to reprogram your mind so that you become the version of yourself who's capable of having the things that you want in your life, because everything starts in your mind. So just like with me, no one was gonna come one day, hand me $1 million. I had to first become a wealthy person internally. I had to think like the wealthy does. I had to learn how they behave. Okay, wealthy people invest in assets instead of liabilities. What the wealthy person would do if they had only $1,000 or $2,000, they would invest it in starting a business instead of buying the latest fucking iPhone. See how that's very, very different? First, you become who you want to be internally, and then your physical reality matches that new internal state. Now, a huge mistake I see most people making is that they put the thing they want on a pedestal. They value it so damn much, they want it so bad, that they never actually obtain it. When you put something on a pedestal, on a subconscious level, you tell yourself, this thing is better than me. This thing is out of my reach. I want it so bad, but I can't have it. That's what you tell yourself. So then guess what happens? Let's say you're in love with a girl. Well, you see her and you think she's so pretty, she's so awesome, you put her on a pedestal, then you don't even have the balls to go talk to her. Whereas if you value yourself more, or you at least put yourself on the same level, you can talk to her, no problem. Like, that's not an issue. And what do you think happens if you go to a girl and you're in this super needy energy, you really, really want her? Do you think she's gonna find that attractive? Of course not. What I've noticed is that usually in relationships, there's an imbalance. There's usually one that's gonna be more needy, more clingy than the other. And if that's you, and you wanna be the dominant one in the relationship, like, you're fucking up the relationship from the start. You have to let them put you on a pedestal. You have to let them see you as this idol, this person they look up to. That's the role of a leader. Because if you put them on a pedestal, well, they're not gonna be that attracted to you. The same thing applies to everything else in life, any goal you want to reach, anything you want. It's funny how life and the universe works. It's like when you want something so bad, the universe thinks, oh, well, I'll give it to someone else. For example, let's say you're like me, you love cars, you really want to own a Ferrari. Well, that's awesome, it's a great goal. There's nothing wrong with that. If people try to shame you for wanting a Ferrari or experiencing nice stuff, fuck them. Don't listen to these fucking cunts. Because if they could afford it, they would buy it, believe me. But let's say you really want your Ferrari and you're drooling over it. You spend so many hours watching Ferrari videos on social media. You look at so many pictures of Ferraris. You fucking put posters of Ferraris all over your walls. Well, okay, like, you're passionate about it, I get it. But at the same time, you're putting it on such a high pedestal, it's going to take you so much longer to get it than if you just saw it as it's just a car. Like, I want it, I'm going to get it. Simple. Because now all that energy that you put on idealizing that thing, you could just use that energy to work on your business, get rich as fuck, and then you buy the damn Ferrari. And besides, the version of yourself who's got the Ferrari, who's got the girl, the mansion, whatever you want, for him it's normal. Like, he has it, and that's it. He doesn't want anything else. Of course, he's not going to settle for anything else. But he's not drooling over it like a little boy in a candy store. Because it's his new norm, the version of yourself that you want to be. For him, traveling all the time or not having a boss, it's like the norm. Now, something else I want you to realize is that there's no law in the universe physically preventing you from making $10,000 per month in your 20s. Or even more than that, millions of dollars. It's not like if you want to go to the gym, you want to get jacked. It's going to take you a certain amount of time, of course. Like, there's a bare minimum amount of time. If you wanted to have a kid, well, the girl's going to be pregnant for 9 months. You can't do it faster. There's like this quote that's very funny. It's like, you won't make a baby faster by getting 9 women pregnant. Like, quite obviously. But people don't see how it applies to other aspects of life. Of course, you're going to have to be patient. It's very rare that you're going to go from day 1, you're making no money, day 2, you make $10,000 a month. It's going to take a bit more time and patience than that. Because in life, there's matter. If you just close your eyes right now, you can visualize yourself having a Ferrari, having the mansion, the girl of your dreams, whatever. Because it's in your mind. There's no matter involved. But in real life, we always experience a delay. Because of the movement of matter. Things need to rearrange themselves in your physical reality to match your new internal state. And that can take a bit of time. How long? Nobody can predict it. But the point is, if you know it's going to happen, at some point it will happen. No matter how fast or how slow it comes to you. You're guaranteed to get what you want as long as you don't fucking quit. As long as you got that deep inner knowledge that it belongs to you and it's gonna be yours. And you won't stop until you actually fucking get it. That's how you guarantee success. You become the guarantee. By saying, I guarantee I'm gonna have it. It's just a matter of time. Because I refuse to quit. Most people don't do that. And that's why most people don't get what they want. If you feel within yourself, you've got this strong burning desire to become financially free. Make $10,000 a month. Retire your parents, get the body of your dreams, the girls of your dreams, whatever it might be. If you've got that dream deep inside of your heart, it's for a reason. Think about this. You could literally have any other dream in the world. Yet you've got the dreams that you have, the very specific dreams you have in your heart. They're here for a reason. And if you spend your whole life not going after those dreams, not achieving them, doing your best, you literally wasted your life. And I don't know if you won't get a second chance. So knowing that, why wouldn't you do your best to get the things you want? You've got to have this attitude of, I might not know everything, but I trust in myself to figure things out along the way, and I will never quit until I get what I want. That's all you need to attract the life that you want. It's not about closing your eyes and visualizing for 20 minutes every day. The whole point behind all of the law of attraction techniques you can see online, like scripting or visualizing, etc., listening to subliminals, the only goal of these techniques is to reprogram your internal state, to get you to become the version of yourself that you want to be, who attracts the things that you want in life. That's it. And look, making more money doesn't have to be hard. There's a ton of people in this world who work extremely hard. They work 80 hours a week. They can barely keep up with their bills. So the problem isn't that they don't work hard enough. There's tons of people right now. They make so much more money than you. They make $100K per month, $200K per month, even more. And they only work 5 to 15 hours a week. How come? Well, that's because hard work doesn't guarantee success. What matters is that you work on the right thing, the right opportunities. And if you genuinely want a lifestyle of freedom, where you only have to work 5 to 15 hours a week on average, and you can make 6 figures a year, even 7 figures a year in profit, the best path to do this is making content on a topic you love or you have an interest in, and you sell online courses passively or high-ticket programs. That's literally what I've done to make thousands of dollars in profit per day while I'm only like 22 years old. I had my first $1,000 day at 21. And I come from fucking nothing. I come from a shitty town, a low middle class family. I had nothing, no opportunities, no nothing. If you want to learn from me, if you want me to mentor you, show you how I've been able to do this step by step so you can do the same, click the link in the description below. Apply for a free one-to-one consultation call with me. If we're a good fit, you might get the chance to join my premium mentorship program where I'll show you step by step how you build this kind of business and how you make a fuck ton of money. I suggest you do that now because spots fill up very fast. With that said, I'll see you on the other side.